in Combat Sports Show Live. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. I tried to tell y'all. Tried to tell y'all Danny Jacobs was not afraid of this man. I tried to explain it to y'all, but then you got some bobblehead dog. And I'm just saying, you got some bobblehead dog, and I want to say they might have been fanboys. They may have been Golovkin fanboys. They may have been. But, I think Jacobs is scared. He's scared. Shut up. He wasn't scared. Let's talk about this fight, and then I'm going to get on you fanboys, because I know y'all been waiting on the coach's assessment of this fight. Listen, man. First of all, the knockdown in round 4, I don't even think that was a knockdown. Honestly, I don't. I think Triple G hit him and caught him, but I thought they got tangled up after those punches. That's what I thought. Okay, because he kind of fell after those punches. He didn't get hit and then fall. He fell. So I had Jacobs up. I actually had Jacobs winning a decision. Okay, I had Jacobs winning a 2-round decision. That's what I had. Folks, listen, I'm going to keep it real, okay? Golovkin, I'm going to tell you something. That's a tough bastard. Triple G a tough bastard. Because Triple G took some shots from Danny Jacobs that would have dropped like a lot of people. Gennady Golovkin is a tough bastard. That dude got a water buffalo granite quarter-pounder head. Like, dude, the guy don't move his head, and he was getting caught. Jacobs was firing some combinations. And what the hell is wrong with the punch stat? Who records these punch stats? I got to know who records the punch stats, man. But let's go ahead and talk. Jacobs really, Gennady Golovkin, his jab, man, God almighty. That jab was giving Jacob problems. Okay, I got to say, the jab gave Jacobs a lot of problems. And Triple G used that jab effectively, man. Triple G fought a smart fight. He came in and he pretty much was like, look, I'm not finna rush this dude. And for good reason. Like, Jacobs was letting his hands go. He let his hands go. And Triple G didn't really let his hands go as much as I'm used to seeing him in the past. He didn't. And, he didn't want to get caught, man. That's just how it is, okay? Triple G fought a smart fight. He's a tough dude, man. I think Jacobs won. I literally, in my opinion, and I don't care, you famous? Nope, I think Jacobs won this fight. In fact, I actually think, were they counting these shots with Triple G hitting him on the elbow and slapping the glove? Like, man, what the hell is that? What is that? Like, Jacobs was hitting this dude with combinations. Jacobs was hitting this dude with power punches. I mean, then Jacobs started switching to southpaw, which I was kind of like, I don't know, man. Because he kept switching to southpaw, and that was allowing Gennady Golovkin to hit him with that overhand right. That's what it was allowing him to do. But, man, I don't know. I thought 115 to 112, one of the judges had it. Nah, man, come on. Because I don't even think that was a knockdown. I honestly don't. And then even with that knockdown, a draw, I can't really argue. But, like, a unanimous decision? Nah, I'm not even finna. We ain't having it. Sorry. Coach ain't trying to hear that. That's just the way that is. That's just the way that is. But I tried to tell you, Triple G fans. Fanboys, sorry. I tried to tell y'all. You see, I said when this man gets in there with an opponent, you will see. You'll see. You'll see what everybody been trying to tell y'all. How you gonna explain this? How are you guys going to explain this? Jacobs laid hands on Gennady Golovkin. Laid hands. Triple G hit this man with everything he had and couldn't get him out of there. He couldn't. Everybody was saying that Triple G would knock him out. I said Triple G would win the fight. I ain't say knockout. I said I thought Triple G would win this fight, okay? I thought so. But Jacob showed me something. You can never underestimate the heart of a champion. Jacobs went in there like he was fighting for his damn life. I'm talking about Jacobs put everything out there in the ring, and he left nothing in the ring. The next time they fight, and I want a rematch. I don't care about no Andre Ward fight. That fight's a mythical fight. That ain't happening. I don't care about him fighting Canelo. I don't even care about that. Look, man. This is the fight I want to see again. This fight right here. This right here. This is the fight. But Danny Jacobs, man, I kind of feel like, look, man, come on. 115 to 112, that's crazy. That's crazy. 115 to 112? No. Danny Jacobs laid hands on Gennady Golovkin. Triple G was concerned. Abel Sanchez, he was in the corner. His 15 necks was flapping away. Abel was concerned. But in all of this rant, I do got to say, man, Triple G, man, he's a class act. I got to say it, man. He's a class act. And Gennady Golovkin gave Danny Jacobs his props. I'm talking about straight up gave him his props. Triple G a class act. He knew this was a tough fight, man. And I can't knock Triple G. Triple G came in, fought a tough fight, man. He did. He did. And Triple G took some of Jacobs' best shots. He took them. Jacobs backed him up a few times. Triple G is not a dumb fighter, man. I got to say that. But these judges, how they going to explain this one? This fight was very close. And even if you said I thought Triple G won, I can't argue with you. But I think Jacobs won. I think Jacobs won by 2 rounds. And you can try to convince me, because I know you're going to write a soliloquy. I know you guys going to write me a soliloquy, and I don't care about no soliloquies. I know you're going to try to write a dissertation. I know you're going to be mad. I know you're going to be mad, but let me tell you something. The coach doesn't care, because the coach will come and smack the yellow right off your teeth. That's what the coach will do to you. Yeah, that's what I'll do. But nobody can deny now. When this man fights opponents, oh yeah, and I know, yeah, but Jacobs outweighed him by 50 million pounds. Nope. Do you know who this guy is? Yeah, of course you know who he is. Curtis Stevens, much smaller guy than Triple G. So stop. Stop. Don't you start that with me. Don't you start that with me. Do you know who this guy is? I know y'all know who this guy is. This guy was a welterweight when he fought Triple G. So stop it. Stop it, because you come at me with that. Jacobs outweighed him. Then I'm going to say, how you going to explain Stevens? How you going to explain Brooke? How you going to explain this? That's what I'm going to tell y'all. But Triple G did get touched up in this fight, y'all. He got touched up. And that, my friends, is just the way that is. But I told y'all I would give Triple G his props, and I did. All right. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best, well, women's MMA platform on YouTube. I'm done.